Hey, it's Eben. Right here in this video, you're going to learn about business startups. For more advice and tips to help you in business, make sure to click the link you see in this video.
So talk a little bit about vesting, define it,
Sure.
Talk about maybe some of the different strategies.
So vesting is, the basic concept is if you get stock initially in a company, vesting is basically a right of repurchase that lapses over time. So, and a typical vesting schedule will be 4 years. And you typically would have what's called a one-year cliff. So let me just kind of unpack some of those words. You get 1 million shares. So you got 3 founders, they each get 1 million shares. Relatively simple, straightforward company. Initially, none of the shares are vested. At the 1-year anniversary, 1/4 of each person's shares vest. And then generally, on a monthly basis thereafter, 1/48 ratably vests. If somebody leaves during that first year, the company can buy back the 1 million shares that they got because they didn't vest any shares. And they can buy them back at a very cheap price. They buy them back at the same price they paid initially. So it's basically a forfeiture, which means that the remaining 2 founders are now 50-50 partners in a business, and that's probably right because they're going to be the ones building value there and creating value. As time goes by, if you've spent 2 years at a business and on a 4-year vesting, you now have the right to keep half your stock, but the other half is subject to being repurchased. So it roughly equates to your contribution to the business. And I've had some very, very difficult conversations with founders who come in and they say, I've got a business and, you know, Joe was really useful at the very, very beginning, but he's not contributing, and we're going to let him go. And I say, great, what's his vesting schedule? Well, you know, we never got around to vesting. That's a tough conversation because there is no God-given right to take stock away from somebody unless they've given you that by contract. So if you don't think about this in advance, it's likely that Joe's not going to volunteer the stock. And if after Joe leaves, you decide to issue yourself a whole bunch of stock for free, Joe's probably going to sue you for that too. So you're stuck. It's just one of the things you need to do in advance. Now, I mentioned earlier the fundraising. One of the things that a professional investor, whether they're a professional angel or a venture capitalist, will do is they'll take one look at the company and that doesn't have any vesting in the stock, and they'll go, that's not the deal I'm investing in. Because my money goes in, my money's stuck. If you guys aren't stuck too, then we've got a bad deal. So if you don't have vesting on your stock before money comes in, the money's going to say, you want to put all your stock subject to vesting, and you know life starts when my first dollar goes in. So that means that you're not vested at all, and you have 4 years of vesting. And that's just a condition of my money coming in. If you've anticipated that problem, and you've already imposed some vesting, and you've already got a little bit of your stock vested, the money's probably not going to make you revest that stock. So you're better off forming the rules for yourself and arguing that they're fair than just kind of taking whatever the money requires you to do.